Life is short, but most people spend it like they have infinite time. Here's the reality. The average person lives just 30,000 days. That's it. 30,000. Imagine that written on a piece of paper. If you're 30 years old, you've already used up 11,000 of those days. Gone. Never coming back. We tell ourselves, I'll do it someday. But someday is a dangerous word. It tricks you into thinking you have all the time in the world. But you don't. Picture this. You wake up, check your phone, go to work, come home, watch the same shows, scroll through social media, fall asleep. Repeat. Days blur together. But what if you could change that? In the next few minutes, you'll learn strategies to make your time count. Not just managing it, but actually living it. These aren't generic tips. These are deep insights into how life really works. Let's start with something strange about time. Remember when you were a kid? Summer felt endless. A single day could stretch on forever. But now, years fly by like months. That's the time unit paradox. It's not just in your head. It's how your brain actually works. Here's the science. Your brain measures time by recording new experiences. As a child, everything was new. Every day, your brain was busy taking notes, burning memories into place. Time stretched out. But as an adult, routine takes over. Same breakfast. Same commute. Same Netflix shows. Your brain skips recording these moments. They're just another normal day. Time slides by, unmarked. That's the trap of time blindness. But you can hack this system. Take a different route to work. Try a new skill every month. Strike up conversations with strangers. Each new experience forces your brain to pay attention. Time expands all over again. There's another big mistake most of us make with time. We constantly overestimate what we can do in a single day. We make giant to-do lists, feel overwhelmed, then quit. But we underestimate what we can do in a year. That's why people give up on goals too soon. One day feels too short. A year is plenty. That's the first secret. Play the long game. Let's talk priorities. Most people confuse being busy with being productive. They fill their days with urgent tasks that don't actually matter. Here's a powerful tool, the deathbed test. Imagine yourself at 90 years old, looking back. Will you care about that extra hour at the office? Or will you remember the time spent with family, friends, and passions? Suddenly, your real priorities become crystal clear. Yet it's so easy to say, just one more email, one more report. Meanwhile, life's real priorities slip away, one day at a time. Successful people know this. Knowing what not to do is more valuable than knowing what to do. Try the two-list strategy. Write down everything you want to achieve. Now, circle the top 3 items. Everything else? That's your avoid list. It's compound interest, but for life choices. Small daily investments in the right priorities multiply over time. But there's a catch. Social media, busy work, and constant distractions steal your attention from what truly matters. The solution? Ruthlessly eliminate the non-essential. Your time is too precious for anything else. Let's talk about relationships. Imagine every interaction as a bank transaction. A genuine compliment. Deposit. Being late or only reaching out when you need something. Withdrawal. Just like a real bank account, you can't make withdrawals if you haven't made deposits. Most people focus on big gestures, expensive gifts, grand celebrations. But the truth is, small daily deposits matter more. A random text. Checking in. Remembering the little things. Being there when it's tough. Here's something you might not expect. Shared suffering builds stronger bonds than shared pleasure. Going through hard times together, not just having fun, creates real connection. Don't ignore your weak ties. Those casual acquaintances, distant friends. They're your bridges to new opportunities, ideas, and perspectives. Strong ties comfort you. Weak ties help you grow. Want to feel like you have more time. Help others. It's the ultimate paradox. Giving your time makes you feel like you have more of it. Now, let's talk career and purpose. Your best opportunities are almost never where you expect. They're just one step outside your comfort zone. That's called the adjacent possible. It's the sweet spot between what you know and what you could know. But most people stay in their lane. That's exactly how careers get stuck. Here's a massive career mistake: optimizing for money too early. In your 20s and early 30s, optimize for learning. Every new skill is like a lottery ticket for future opportunities. Money follows knowledge, always. Forget the career ladder. It's a trap. Modern careers are more like jungle gyms. Move sideways, diagonally, even backwards sometimes. Each move builds a unique skill set that makes you irreplaceable. Comfort is career quicksand. The longer you stay in a role you've outgrown, the harder it is to leave. Here's the secret: use productive procrastination. When you're avoiding one task, channel that energy into learning something new. Your procrastination projects often reveal your true passion. Now, let's talk health. Health isn't just about living longer. It's your life force multiplier. Every other part of your life either improves or suffers based on your health. Would you rather have 8 energized hours or 12 draining ones? Your energy matters more than your time. And sleep? It's not just rest. It's your brain's superpower. Without it, your decision-making gets as bad as being drunk. That promotion you want, that relationship you're building, they all depend on your brain working at its best. Here's something nobody talks about. You're two different people. Morning you makes plans. Evening you has to follow through. Don't let morning you be a tyrant. Here's a life hack: micro workouts. 10 push-ups here, a quick walk there, 5 minutes of stretching. These small movements add up. Your body was built to move, not sit for 8 hours straight. Movement creates mental clarity. Stuck on a problem? Move your body. The solution will follow. Learning and growth. Want to learn anything faster? Teach it to someone else. That's the teacher effect. Explaining something forces your brain to understand it more deeply. You might think, I'm not ready to teach. But that's why you should. Your struggles make you a better teacher than an expert. You still remember what's confusing. Here's a secret learning hack: read biographies. Each one gives you a lifetime of experiences in a few hours. Want to avoid common mistakes? Learn from people who already made them. Most people try to get good at everything. Smart people stay strategically bad at some things. It's called deliberate amateurism. It keeps your brain flexible and your ego in check. Constraints aren't your enemy. They're your superpower. Limited time, limited money, limited resources, good. These limits force you to be creative. And here's the most valuable skill: knowing when to quit. Strategic quitting isn't failure. It's making space for better opportunities. Quit fast on things that don't serve your growth. Let's talk emotions. Your emotions have a secret timer. The chemicals that create anger, fear, or frustration last exactly 90 seconds in your body. After that, you're choosing to stay in that emotion. Most people say, I can't help how I feel. But here's the truth. You can't control the first wave, but you absolutely control the second. Think of emotional regulation like a superpower. Raw intelligence might get you the job, but emotional regulation gets you the promotion. People trust those who can stay calm in chaos. Most people hide their vulnerability. Smart people use it strategically. Showing the right amount of vulnerability at the right time builds deeper trust than always appearing perfect. Avoiding difficult conversations is a costly mistake. These conversations are like compound interest in reverse. The longer you wait, the more emotional debt you accumulate. That small issue you're avoiding, it's growing bigger every day. And gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. Unexpressed gratitude is like money in a bank you can never withdraw from. Use it or lose it. Say thank you. Write the note. Share your appreciation. It matters more than you think. Let's get real about money. Money isn't just numbers in your bank account. It's about something far more precious: your freedom of time. Here's a truth most people miss. Making more money often makes you poorer in time. As your income grows, your lifestyle expands. Bigger house, more maintenance. Fancy car, more worry. Better neighborhood, longer commute. That's the trap. Lifestyle inflation is like running on a treadmill, moving fast, but going nowhere. Think about time affluence. Would you rather make $100,000 working 80 hours a week, or $70,000 working 30? Your true hourly rate includes everything you sacrifice for that money. Most people buy objects but rent experiences. Smart people rent objects and buy experiences. Why? Because experiences appreciate in value. Objects usually don't. The ultimate financial skill is building margins, living below your means. It's not restriction. It's creating space for opportunities. That space is your ticket to real wealth. Let's talk about creativity. Creativity isn't about waiting for inspiration. It works more like a faucet. When you first turn it on, rusty water comes out. That's your bad ideas. You need those. They clear the way for the good ones. Waiting for the perfect idea is like waiting for the water to run clean without turning on the tap. You have to push through the rust. Here's something counterintuitive. Creativity loves constraints. Give someone unlimited options, and they freeze. Give them boundaries, and they get creative. Shakespeare wrote in strict meter and rhyme. Those limits forced his genius. Most people try to create and judge at the same time. That's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one on the brake. First, create. Judge later. Document everything you create. Your brain is like a creativity muscle. It needs to see its progress to grow stronger. Those early, terrible attempts, they're your proof of improvement. And here's the real secret. Combine skills nobody else combines. That unique intersection is your creative superpower. Your energy is your most precious resource. Time management is useless without energy management. You can't do meaningful work if you're running on empty. Most people never audit their energy. They don't realize some activities give energy while others drain it. That morning walk? Energy boost. That toxic friendship? Energy vampire. We tell ourselves, I just need more willpower. But willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired. Smart people don't rely on willpower. They design their environment so good choices are automatic. Decision fatigue is real. Every choice takes energy. What to wear, what to eat, when to exercise. That's why successful people often wear the same things and eat the same breakfast. They're saving their energy for decisions that matter. Here's a surprising energy hack: strategic incompetence. Be deliberately bad at non-essential tasks. When others stop asking you to do them, your energy stays protected for what you do best. Remember this: recovery isn't a waste of time. It's how you multiply your time's value. Let's talk about social capital. Success isn't just what you know. It's who you know. But real social capital isn't about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about building genuine relationships. There's a simple formula for friendship: time plus vulnerability plus shared experiences. You can't shortcut any of these. People say, I don't have time for networking. But that's missing the point. True networking isn't about taking. It's about connecting. The best networkers aren't collectors. They're connectors. They introduce people who should know each other. Most people underinvest in friendship maintenance. They wait for big events to reconnect. But strong relationships are built in the small moments. Think about community like a garden. You can't plant all the seeds at once and expect them to grow. You need constant, small acts of nurturing. Every conversation is water. Every introduction is fertilizer. The truly successful build their community before they need it. Because when you need a community, it's too late to build one. Mental models. They're your mind's shortcuts to understanding reality. But here's the catch. The map is not the territory. Your mental models are always simpler than reality. That's both their strength and their weakness. Most people see only what's in front of them. They play checkers while life plays chess. Second-order thinking is your advantage. Don't just ask what happens next. Ask what happens after what happens next. This seems like the obvious choice. But obvious to whom? Your mental map might be missing crucial territory. That's why multiple perspectives are essential. Here's a powerful truth. Knowledge isn't power. Understanding is power. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Understanding is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad. Most people collect facts. Smart people collect patterns. Try inverse thinking. Instead of asking, how can I solve this problem? Ask, how am I creating this problem? Sometimes the solution is to stop what causes the problem in the first place. Your life isn't something that happens to you. It's something you actively design. Think of it like a portfolio, not just of money, but of experiences, relationships, skills, and dreams. Most people overvalue planning and undervalue testing. Life design isn't about making perfect plans. It's about running small experiments to see what works for you. Too many people say, I need to figure everything out first. But you can't think your way into the right life. You have to test your way there. Here's what most people miss about change. Tiny adjustments create massive results. Want to transform your life? Start by changing one thing for 5 minutes. That small win builds momentum for bigger changes. Think about your metrics. Most people measure their lives by society's standards. Money, status, possessions. But what if you designed your own metrics? What if success meant time with family, learning new skills, or helping others? Regular life reviews aren't optional. They're how you catch problems while they're still small. Monthly reviews prevent yearly regrets. Life isn't about finding extra hours. It's about making your hours count. Every principle we've covered, from time perception to relationship building, from energy management to life design, works together to create a life worth living. Time will pass whether you use it wisely or not. Your habits become your days. Your days become your years. Your years become your life. Start small. Pick one idea that resonated with you. Test it. Refine it. Make it yours. The best time to start living fully isn't someday. It's today.